All right, if you missed everything that happened during today's session, do not worry because we're getting caught up right now on the only stocks you need to know about. It's time for our top 10. Coming in at number 10, Dell. Shares are down a fraction. Bloomberg News has learned that founder Michael Dell will only consider a buyout offer from Blackstone if the private equity firm guarantees that he's allowed to stay on as CEO. This is according to a person familiar with the situation.
Cliffs Natural Resources, formerly Cleveland Cliffs, down slightly. A J.P. Morgan Chase analyst says that the company shares could double in value this year, and a potential flood of new iron ore supplies won't necessarily materialize. The analyst rates the shares an overweight with a price target of $40. He added Cliffs to a portfolio of strongly recommended stocks.
Number 8 is Ruby Tuesday, rising 5% after Barron's reported that the restaurant operator may rise to $13 a share as the casual chain cut costs and focuses on its core brand to boost sales and improve profitability. Ruby Tuesdays has closed 29 underperforming outlets and has shrunk TV ad spending and couponing and focused really on affordable dining.
Number 7, General Mills, the maker of Cheerios, falling more than 1%. Morgan Stanley downgrading the stock to equal weight from overweight with a price target of $49. The firm citing valuation for the cut.
U.S. Steel shares down today 4% after that report showing American manufacturing expanded less than forecast in March. Factories slowing production, orders waning as well. That's an issue.
Number 5 is Tesla. Those shares soaring today, up 16% right now. The electric car maker headed by billionaire Elon Musk climbing to a record. Tesla turned its first quarterly profit on sales higher than expected sales of its controversial Model S sedan. Well, is it controversial? I don't know if it's controversial. I guess the New York Times had a problem with it and they got in a little spat, but it's otherwise been really well accepted. Adam, you and I know, well, everybody knows Hans, right? He bought one last week. He loves it. I know a bunch of people who are in the market for it. So I think they're more successful here than they at least had announced they expected and that a lot of other people expected them to be.
Well, it's a great looking car. And look, as Elon Musk himself said, the reason that New York Times reporter, in effect, ran out of electricity was that he had failed to charge the car fully. So you shouldn't be surprised that it ran out.
The cool thing about the announcement today also is that if you had ordered the base model, the cheapest one at $52,900, they decided not to make that. So they're giving you the step up, the more horsepower to 302 horsepower. And also all of them are going to come with this supercharger, which was a $2,000 option. So there's a lot of really cool stuff if you were in the market for a cheaper Tesla.
Oh, I was going to say, the way you sounded so enthusiastic about it, I thought you might be in the market.
I want the $100,000 version.
Yeah, of course.
All right, number 4, guys, it's eBay, up nearly 3%. The company gets a raise to buy from hold over at Canaccord Genuity with a price target of $67 a share. eBay said late Friday that it expects revenue and profit to keep heading higher in the coming years as its e-commerce business and fast-growing PayPal payment service continue to expand.
Chesapeake, roughly flat today. It's been up, it's been down. Right now, as you can see, it's flat on the day. The natural gas explorer is replacing its CEO, Aubrey McClendon, with one of the longest-serving lieutenants and former chief operating officer, Steve Dixon. This move comes in reaction to a shareholder revolt led by Carl Icahn and Southeastern Asset Management, the largest shareholder. Yes,
popping up in one
yes, very busy.
Number 2 is American Greetings, jumping 12% today. The biggest publicly traded greeting card maker will be public no more. American Greetings taken private by a group that's been led by CEO Zeb Weiss for about $524 million. Trish?
All right, you hear the applause. It brings us to our number 1 stock of the day. Happens to be Hess. Shares up 12%. Actually, forgive me, 2.7%, not quite 12. The company is selling its Russian subsidiary to Lukoil. The $2 billion deal is the biggest divestment on record for the New York-based oil explorer. Again, we have the close here of trading on April Fool's Day, April 1st. This Monday, looks like we're ending the day out down about 7 there on the S&P, down about 13 on the Dow Jones Industrial Average.